Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. All right, I want to talk to you guys about my special that I'm having for my Rainbow Ray Oracle deck. For anyone who purchased the deck between now and the 25th, I will be giving you 10% off. The deck is $44.44, so that's $4.44 that I will be taking off. So the only thing you need to send is $40 and $9.99 for shipping handling through PayPal. So you would just need to give me $49.99 and I will get this beautiful Oracle deck out to you. You do not want to miss this deck. This deck is highly activated. I have download codes that I program into the cards for your ascension. I mean, what did you expect? I own a metaphysical school, right? And this is all about ascension. So it was put on my heart and my mind from Yadhe Vahe to be able to talk to you guys about the month of May and the significance that it has, not only just for the twin flame union, but for your ascension all the way around. First and foremost, for those of you that choose to step into higher consciousness and to be your God self and stand in your autonomy, you are no longer factored by linear time. You are moving into holographic time, which is where all of creation begins. And so therefore, when I told everyone that you will come into union on May the 15th and there will be a massive explosion, that was not a lie. I have had so many people reach out to me that told me and gave me confirmation that they are literally in 3D union where their twin is right next to them at this very now moment. That lets me know that there are still some of you that are not being co-creators with the Grand Creator, okay? When you step into 5D and above, you're able to bend time. It becomes holographic, which means that it makes it easier for you to manifest your relationship at any time. I'll tell you a case in point for me. I have not wanted to manifest my union because there's still things that I'm working on. It has nothing to do with my twin. This is all about me now. I am doing work on myself, my person, even though I am working and actually I'm working out of 90. I've been working out of 90 for quite some time. But there are some little turks and quirks that I'm still working on for me. And so last year I wanted to see my baby. I wanted to manifest my relationship, and I did. I manifested him in a very relatively short period of time. I actually manifested him a whole month before I even went to go see him. But I allowed for fear to creep in, and that was the worst thing I could have ever done, because if I would have went when I was supposed to, things probably wouldn't happen the way that they happened. But long story short, anytime I have ever wanted to manifest my baby, I have. And that is because I am operating out of 5D and above. When you are at 5D and above, you are operating from the heart center. That is very important for you, for those of you that are, a lot of the things that I am saying, I know that is above a lot of people's head, because I speak from a higher dimension when I'm speaking. And it is really, even now, my children are so used to me. They speak 5D and above too, that they know my language and we talk all the time, and they do not misunderstand or, find it hard to follow me. But for those of you that are not used to that, I get it. I was once there before myself, not putting myself above you, because we are all multidimensional beings. All it takes is just a moment's notice for you just to want to step in between the 4D to transition into the 5D. And then once you're there, stay there. And the reason why I'm there is because I listen to mantras. I sing mantras. I do affirmations. I do a lot. I meditate. There's a whole lot involved to stay in the higher realms of existence, you guys. And let me tell you, it's not always that easy. It's not easy peasy, but all you have to do is make a decision. And this is what this month is about. For the month of May, it's about change. Stepping from out of the old earth template and stepping into the new earth template. And so therefore, if you're ready today to go on this multi-dimensional ride with me, this is a 5D reading, and I'm going to give you what you came for, okay? So let me go ahead and call in some help. I call in all 6 elements. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give you the information that is necessary for this reading in all directions, time and space, all universes, polar universes, all dimensions, subdimensions, past, present, and future, and so it is. All right, so leading the reading, we have the illumination card. You guys, in my deck, the illumination card is what card? Can you guess? What do you see in the background? The moon, okay? So the reason why this is called the illumination card is because I'm doing a reading for the DM today. He is awakening to his true divine self, okay? And it starts off, the card says, what goes in the dark comes out in the light, understandings and intuitive guidance. I feel like this divine masculine, he was led astray. He wasn't solid in who he was. And I feel like because of that, I'm sensing Pisces energy too. It could be Cancer or Scorpio because, you know, the moon deals with water. But I really feel like this is Pisces energy, because most Pisces, they don't live their own lives. They live lives based off of other people's opinions and what they should do. They always ask for advice and they give away their power. And so for this divine masculine, I feel like he has given away his power to other people in times past. I don't feel like it's that way now. I feel like that over a period of time, because of who he is, source energy and his angels have been intuitively guiding him. And instead of ignoring it, this time around, divine masculine is listening because he has ran into some hard lessons, okay? I think he has graduated from that school of hard knocks, you see. It has been quite a journey for this divine masculine that I am speaking of, because in order for him to be able to be with his divine femme, he will have to give up everything that he has come to know as his lifestyle, because his friends and his family have already told him that if he even thought about going that direction, that they were going to turn their backs on him. And I think he began to realize who they were, that they are here on a contract to test him, to prevent him from coming into this divine union with his love. Because remember, love is all there is, and love will stand against the test of time. This is the test of time. Divine masculine, are you going to be able to overturn the negativity, the drama, and all that has encompassed this relationship and have come up against this relationship this time? Well, let's see what the next card says. We have the violet flame. Okay, for a lot of you that know me and have been following me for quite some time, I do have the violet flame karma clearing that I offer, which is a ritual. It's a shamanic ritual that clears karma. Well, this divine masculine has a lot of karma, and there is a lot of forgiveness that he needs to learn how to yield to when it comes to his divine feminine. You see, there has not only been things that have been done in this lifetime, you guys, there has been things that have been done from cycle after cycle, from incarnation after incarnation, because you guys are old souls. Everyone that is and everyone that will listen to this very reading, source energy has already told me you guys are old souls and you have had many lives, many incarnations, and you guys have so much that you have brought into this lifetime with you that is yet to be discovered. And I feel like with this divine masculine, he's at that place where he is ready for that radical forgiveness. He's ready to forgive himself first, and then he's ready to forgive his divine counterpart, because there are some things that now I feel like this divine masculine is really admitting to that he went to the extreme with, or he kind of things got out of hand. Okay. I'm channeling, I'm listening as sources speaking, but also at the same time I'm feeling too. I'm all the clairs, you guys. And so sometimes if you see me stutter, it's not because I have a speech impediment. There outside of this, I don't stutter. But sometimes I kind of stutter because I'll hear it come in, and then I'll feel it too, and then I'll try to decide which one am I going to say. Am I going to say what I'm feeling, or am I going to say what I'm hearing? And sometimes I want to try to do both at the same time. But at any rate, I digress. Going back to the reading, this divine masculine, let's just say he forgave people that have done worse before he had allowed time to set in and to forgive his divine feminine. I believe that he held a grudge against her, not because of anything that she's personally done, but because of old wounds and old traumas that he hasn't allowed to come up so he can purge out for healing. And the reason why I know this is because I got a clarification card for this violet flame. I'm like, okay, why is this here? Well, the divine masculine, he needs to clear his ancestral bloodlines. Okay, he need to remove karmic ties, which is his friends, his family, his job, his location, where he lives. All of those four things that I just mentioned, this divine masculine needs to cut ties. That means he needs to move away from the environment in which he is currently now. You cannot heal in the same environment in which you got sick. Although I feel like for some of the divine masculines, they were already sick before they got to where they are. And then when they got to where they are, it kind of enabled them and handicapped them or pigeonholed them. Let's just say that into where they are now, to where a lot of them were in this stuck energy, you see. So it is time for them to cleanse their auric field and take back their power, because I feel like a lot of them they have given their power away to people on the outside looking in, you see. And these people that are on the outside looking in, they are to them, to the divine masculine, people that they look up to, people that they have been around their whole entire lives. And I feel like for a lot of them, they want to impress these people, but it's not about impressing anybody. You can't be a man pleaser. Okay. In the twin flame union, you have to be a God pleaser. You have to do what spirit calls you forward to do. And once you are able to do that, you will have this alchemical marriage. You see, this lets me know when you get the alchemical marriage card in my deck, there's two cards that lets you know that you are very close to 3D union. That's the alchemical marriage card, because it lets me know that you have balanced the yin and the yang, the divine feminine and the divine masculine within, and you are in perfect harmony within. Okay, there is a perfect harmonic resonance between your inner energies. That has to happen first, you guys, before you ever can think about receiving 3D union. You have to work on the spiritual realm, in the spiritual realm, on the spiritual side first. And whatever is manifested in the spiritual realm is automatically manifestation in 3D for you. Okay? So within, so without. If your life is chaotic within, then guess what's going to show up on the outside? Chaos and conflict. And I believe that this divine masculine is now being able to see with the lens of truth who he is, what this union means, and that this union is a divine union. And he's going to have to get rid of these things He's going to have to do a karmic flush. I offered a karmic flush. He's going to have to cut those ties and cords and everything that binds him to the current situation, you guys. Just having a good thought, although we have good intentions and we mean well, it is action that is going to save the day. Action is what is going to give us momentum, okay? But just know that when we put action into play, along with source energy, that gives us endurance. And endurance lasts way longer than momentum. So at this point, we are in a transitioning period because we have the incarnation card, okay? That lets me know that there is some transitioning. There is a lot of shifting and rifting that's going on, not only in this divine masculine's life, you guys, but in our own lives. This is the great shift. Do you remember my reading yesterday with Osiris? He said the shift has hit the fan. That is so true for the month of May, for each and every last one of you guys that are listening to this reading. Okay, although you have incarnated many lifetimes, this incarnation is the one that matters the most. And do you wonder why I'm telling you this? I am telling you this because not for all of you, because I do realize that there's different levels of twin flames that are chiming in, and there's different soul contracts. But for many of you that are listening in, you are here for your very last lifetime. This is your last incarnation. Now, when I say this is your last incarnation, let me clarify. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be born again into another planet or, somewhere in a planetary system somewhere else. You won't be here. You won't be born here, not on Earth, because this is your mission. This is your last mission of all missions. And this is the reason why it's so damn hard for all of us. Okay. It's not just hard because that's just the way life goes. No, it's hard because you signed up for this mission. Okay. You signed up for this to be your last hurrah. And boy, is this not very challenging, very perplexing. Okay. Because it's supposed to be this way. You thought your last lifetime was going to be easy? No, you're working for what it is that you signed up for. All right, we have Metatron. Metatron is here. He is present with us now. This card is letting you know that it's time to use your metaphysical tools. You have to use your spiritual weaponry. This is a spiritual warfare. You cannot go to a gunfight and show up with a knife. Okay? So now that you are here, you have to use what you were equipped with. Source equipped you with everything that you needed in order for you to fight this fine fight of the faith. So you have your metaphysical tools, which are your tarot. You have your meditation. Some of you do yoga. Some of you do rituals, prayer affirmations, numerology, astrology. You see, these are the things that are going to help you. You see, a lot of people don't know what goes into readers channeling for you. Okay. Some people, when I did the live broadcast, they were talking about they couldn't hear me at the beginning. Okay, that's fine. But they were like, can you turn it up? Oh my God, I can't hear you. Like they were so frustrated. And I'm just going to tell you something. If you're getting it for free, why are you complaining? I can tell you I've had so much gratitude before I started reading myself for other people and what they do, because I know what goes into it. And I know that it's very costly if you were to go to a lawyer and ask for this advice. If you were even to go to a psychiatrist or a counselor, you're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. And you're getting this information for free. I redid an intro. I had mentioned about, what's her name? Now I'm drawing a blank for her name. Oh, how could I forget? Nubian Divine. I had came across her video, and I think it was, "What the hell are they ass up to?" And I am 100% in agreement with her. You can't complain about something that's free. Free is free. You get it the way it comes, okay? And I'm not saying this to be arrogant. I'm just being truthful. You guys, we are adults. We need to act like it. You understand that if you come into someone's place of business and they're giving you a free service, you're not going to tell them how to give you the service. That's just ungrateful. So going back to what I'm saying with Metatron, and I want to get off course. You're divinely equipped to handle every angle and every direction that source energy and the angels in the universe guide you in order for you to come into harmonious union with your twin. And if you feel like it's never going to happen, it's never going to happen. Why? Because you're that powerful that you manifested your own reality, you see. So it's time for you to start being positive. When you're working, Metatron is not going to work with you unless you're positive. I'm going to tell you that right now. Metatron is one of my number one angels and Michael that I work with on a daily basis. And first and foremost, Metatron has a humor that is out of this world. That's kind of where I get my quirky humor from, because they are always teasing me. And so anyway, long story short, Metatron's not going to mess with you if your vibration is not where it needs to be. Michael's a little bit more forgiving, because Michael deals with, he's the number one archangel. He deals with a lot of people that are low vibrational because he's here to help us raise our vibration. But as far as Metatron is like, if you're not already in 5D and above, he won't even step to you, you see. So in order for you to stay in high vibrations, use the tools that are given to you as mastery so you can gain self-mastery over the situation, over your life. Okay, so I feel like for this divine masculine, things have not been working out according to plan, obviously, because he got the plot twist card. And this card, when it shows up, it lets you know that things are not working out for a reason. And it's because the universe is redirecting you. How many of you guys remember the Slinky? I am such a 70s and 80s baby. I'm just giving it all away. But anyway, with the Slinky, when you used to play with it and maybe you put it down, you get this bright idea. Let me go ahead and put it on the top of the steps and let me see it go down the steps. And then you think that you was going to follow it, right? But that Slinky was all over that ding dang on step, right? It didn't even go down the way that you anticipated for it to go down the steps. Well, that is how life is. And when this happens, it happens in those moments when we get those plot twists, start getting excited. Start getting happy, because that means that course correction is being done by source energy, because there's a better outcome than what you even imagined. And normally, how many times when something stupid happens and you're right at that thin line of being at your goal and reaching your goal, and you just get this stupid thing that happens and you be like, why did that happen? Just know it is because God has something greater for you, better for you, you see. If I would have got my twin back anytime that I ever wanted him, I would have threw him right back into the water that he came out of. Seriously, I know this. Source has told me this. You don't want him like this, Tyann. You do not want your baby like this. He still needs to be healed. He is still spiritually sick. And all you will do is make things worse. And it's the truth. Why they're going through their spiritual healing while we're in separation, which is the next card, we have to be yielding. We have to hold love and light for them. And if you can't do that, then we need to just surrender it all to Creator, to our loving Father who is benevolent, Mother, Father, God, who will nourish us and take care of us and take care of the situation. So in separation, what does that mean? The only reason why you're in separation, people, is because you have opposite polarities. You're not in alignment. So what you need to do, instead of finger pointing and playing a blame game, divine masculine towards the divine feminine, since this is your reading, you need to start seeing it from the other person's perspective. Okay? You need to start seeing it from their point of view, because you're not always right and neither are they. So if you see on this card, I have the minus and I have the negative and the positive, okay? The minus and the plus. I have the black and the white, and then I have where they meet in the middle where they're saying eye to eye. This is very quintessential, if not the most important card, because it lets you know that the reason why you're in separation and why you're experiencing this separation, Divine Masculine, is because you have not been seeing eye to eye with your baby. You've been only wanting to see it your way. You've been only wanting to manifest this relationship to your convenience and how it benefits you. And source energy has not allowed it because of your selfish motive. You have to move out of the selfishness and move into a better proposition. Okay, you're not propositioning yourself correctly when it comes to how you're dealing with your divine feminine. I feel like you've been dealing with her more on a 3D level, more so than from your heart center and 5D, which is where you need to be. And the outcome card is Elohim. Okay, this is the second card that I told you guys that there were only 2 cards in the deck that lets you know that you're really right at the doorway of reunion with your twin. Elohim is letting you know that you are part of the 144,000 twin flames. Now, although that's the only thing that's being said on this card, I want to let you know that this is a big deal to see this. You see, the reason why it's a big deal to see Yadhe Vahe to show up is because there's some work you need to do. And he is reminding you of who you are, the divine spark that you are, okay? We are nothing besides divine sparks of source energy. And with that comes great responsibility. We can no longer operate in 3D the way that we used to, in that old earth and that old energy. That energy is gone, you guys. The old earth don't even exist. And for those of you that want to remain stuck in that, I really feel for you. And I say this with much love from my heart, because if you thought that you were going through anger and stress and craziness, this is what the scripture speaks about in Lamentations, where it says that they were beating themselves with lamentations. They were crying. And it speaks about it in Revelations as well, because these people did not want to transition from 3D to 5D. The new earth is 5D and above. And from 5D, you wonder why so many of us are happy and we can sing and we can just go about doing this every single day. We wake up and we do it all over again because we are living from a higher perspective. We are living at 5D and above, and there is no karma. There is nothing but love here. And we wish that every one of you can achieve this goal and rise to your higher selves and allow for your higher self to drop down into the body. When you allow for the higher self to drop down into your body, you don't make the same mistakes and choices that you used to make. And yes, we are all going to be forced to make a decision. We are all going to be forced to make choices. And so therefore, I am here giving this message in a 5D lingo language for you to internalize, to mull over and chew over on it, so you will know that you today have been forced, just like this divine masculine, to make a decision. If you make a decision to keep pushing on upward and onward into your higher selves and to be a part of Christ consciousness with your Christed heart, being in unison with the universe, being in unison with the universal laws, and having the best life that you can possibly have on this plane and on this front, then I applaud you. But if you still want to stay stuck to the 3D realms just because it's comfortable, just because it's familiar, I'm telling you, familiarity will bring you contempt. It will be your worst enemy. So at this point, this divine masculine, I'm not done with the reading. He has put himself in a position to where he's moving out of 3D. He doesn't like being in 3D. He knows, even though in past time he did not believe in reincarnation, he believes in it now. He's had enough epiphanies, synchronicities, and aha moments to where he cannot deny who he is. He cannot deny that he's here again. And this time, he has to get it right. I believe that now he's finding his rhythm in life. He's fine-tuning himself with the universe. He's stepping into all of the elements. He's using the elements. He's transcending. He's transforming. This divine masculine has come a very long way. I believe that all he's focused on at this point is the union. And in time past, I felt like he was focused more on his money. He was focused more on status quo. Okay? He was focused more on the glitz and the glam. He's not there anymore. That stuff don't even matter. Because he has spent quite some time away from the one that he loves. And it has hurt him. I feel like this divine masculine has been up at nights crying. Because he's been, all I can see is his head and the palm of his hands open. What have I done? Is what I hear him saying. What have I done? I don't think he added up all the cost. I believe that he felt like his divine feminine was dispensable. She could be thrown away. Sadly, reality has met him. And it's not quite the way that he thought it would be. He thought he could live without her. He thought that he could move on with his life and everything be peachy creamy. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you cannot predict the weather. This divine masculine is suffering from depression, deep depression. I feel like he has suffered from depression even before he has met his divine feminine, but he kept that from her. He hid it. And if he thought it was bad then, before he met divine femme, it is 10 times worse. To the point where it's causing physical illnesses within his body to manifest. I feel like he's realizing that the separation is what's causing his illness. Because when he was with the divine feminine, he was his healthiest self. Okay? Do you see? They have a love of all loves. Their love is enchanting. It's inviting. When people see them, when they're walking down the street together, people stop and stare. And I can see the divine masculine smiling because he knows at that moment what he has. And I feel like he just had forgotten. And now he's coming into this awareness because he is shifting. Remember, this is the month of May. He is shifting into his awareness. And now that he's in this awareness, he's like at a point where he's getting it. But he just hasn't reached out to her yet. I don't know. He hasn't reached out to her yet. He hasn't reached out to her yet. I know now. I was going to say, I don't know why he hasn't reached out to her. It just came to me. It just occurred to me. The way that he left her was devastating. Not only to the divine feminine, but it was devastating to him too. So he's going to have to muster up some boldness and some courage to be able to step back to her. I wish you all the best, divine masculine. I wish you the healing that you need. I wish you the healing that you need for this relationship to manifest. And I just ask that you forgive yourself for what you've done to your divine feminine. He has done some really horrible stuff. He's cheated on her. He's lied to her. He's even talked about her to other people that are within their circle, friends and family alike. This man is embarrassed. But hey, all I can say is come out of that energy, because right now it's about to shift. And you have to shift along with the rest of us. You can't sit in that victim mentality and victimhood. It's your graduation day today, okay? You have to get up. You have to go forward. And you have to swallow your pride. Because as long as you have your ego and your pride, it will prevent you from having the very thing that you want, which is 3D union, you see. So with this being said, I have come to the conclusion of your reading. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, or leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. Or you can purchase a gift through my Amazon wish list and it will appear on the channel. I will do an extended reading because I want you guys to know how this is going to pan out with this divine masculine and what he's feeling. Is he ever going to step to divine feminine? Or is he going to let ego and pride eat him up? Let's go to the other side and we'll see how that goes. All right. Namaste, everyone.